Hi all, it's Nick Morell from Nick Morell Abstracts here. As promised, I'm just going to give you a quick demonstration on how I do my work. Tonight I'm just going to give you a small, it's a 20 by 12 canvas, so I normally do a lot bigger than this, but this is just to give you an idea. Right, I'm going to mix now. All the colours I'm using today are from the Studio Acrylics High Velocity range, P-Rose, which are great for this style of abstracts or pours, whichever you want to call it. It's gold and silver today. I'm just going to do a simple one just to give you a technique of how we do the background, the marble effect, and we'll go from there. So it's just a quick one just to show you. Try and show you the consistency of paint I use as well. Mix one big one up first to get it to the right consistency, which I shall show. So these are 100 mils in size, so this 300 mils gone into this large cup. And then what I'll do first, I would just some water, so 3 squirts, 5 millilitres, and I'll get that going first. So really stir the water in. So don't worry about the consistency now, just get the water going before we add the latex pouring medium. So it's important to get this stage right. So another 2 going in, and 3. So make sure you get all the water and paint mixed together. So there's 300 mils of paint in there. That's 45 millilitres of water went in there, just to get that consistency, which is nowhere near the pouring consistency yet, but it will water down once we add the liquid pour medium. So we've got 300 mils of paint there, and we go for 50-50 mix for the latex pour medium. I say you can use Flotex, but this is, for me, just, you can't beat better. So we want to double the amount of that. Make sure you give that a good stir in. Again, for this marble effect, you want it quite consistency of sort of runny cream or really thick yogurt. You can tell when it runs off the mixer. Like I say, I've been doing this for years and I can just get it right. But this is important to get the consistency right. Make sure you mix it all in, otherwise you'll have lumps when you pour. This is what I mix up in a big cup first. You can get a good mix. With the smaller cups you can just not mix properly and you'll have lumps at the bottom and your pour is ruined. And obviously they're not cheap set out with obviously the liquid pour medium and the paints we use. So that is the sort of consistency you want. I don't know if you can see that running off. That's actually perfect. I'll say that's a 50-50 mix. You have no cracking when it dries with a 50-50 mix. It dries perfect every time. I'll say just don't skimp on the pour and medium. So very expensive, but when you spend a lot of money, you want it right. Absolutely perfect. That's a perfect mix. So that's the white. Put that aside. Now we're having smaller quantities of the golds and silvers. So this is the gold, 352, which gives it that stunning gold effect. So we've got two golds today. Got the 350 and the 352. So this is the 352. Both stunning golds. So all of that in. And again, probably just add 5 mils of water to that first. So you want this quite thick, the gold. Pour in your waves, and you'll see later once we come to pouring the gold. But say get yourself all mixed up first, and the golds will be used later. So in with the pour medium. So again, a 50-50 mix. Probably a tad thick, but you can always water down. Don't want it too thin. Another 5 mils. Again, another 5 mils. Again, another 5 mils. Just add 5 mils at a time with the gold. Don't want it too runny, this one. So just add a little bit of water each time until you're happy. So with the gold we can add silicone oil to this for the cells in the wave. Some customers like no cells. Again, a bit thick. Another 5. Tend to be a lot thicker the gold paints to the whites. Get in there. Another 5. So you may want to add to a little, when you've let this set and rested for a while, you may want, before you pour, add a tad more water. Just a tad thick, but nearly there. So you need this one a bit thicker. So we're going to add another 5 mils. See the metallics in this already. Really is a nice colour to work with, these golds. They're quite tricky to get mixed up correctly. Whites are easy. Another 5 mils. So again, 100 ml tubes. I think I've had 25 mils of water now. Almost perfect. And then one more. So this, the white, fairly thick still, like a thick yogurt. And the gold, if you want, just a fraction thicker than the white. Become apparent when you do the pour. Again, there you go. You see that? Again, just a bit thicker. We may add a bit of water to that once we come to use it, but you can see slightly thicker than the white. Okay, that's going to be the main gold. Now 350, a really rich gold. Don't want to use too much of this, it can overpower. So I'm just going to use a tad of this. Okay, so 50-50 mix again. It's quite runny, the 350. I don't know why, but it's a lot runnier than the 352. Don't really need any water with this once it's mixed. As you can see, the two different golds, obviously it's a lot rich. But still makes it stunning, the two contrasts of golds in the painting I'm going to do. You'll see. Let's say don't overdo it with this one. So that's your two golds mixed up. Again, you can add oil or no oil, all depends which effect you're looking for. Now the silver, I'm going to use this to make the marble effect. We're going to have a silver marble effect in this painting. So you're not mixing up too much. We've only got 20 by 12 inch canvas. So I normally do a lot bigger than that, but I'm just doing it for demonstration purposes to show you the idea and what I do. Everyone's different. This is just, and again the silver's quite, with the pour medium mix 50-50, it almost comes out perfect really, with no water. It's just the 352, which is one you really need to mix for some reason. It becomes a lot thicker, that one. But again, this is a metallic silver, so when mixed with the white, you'll see that's how we get the marble effect. Again, with the marble effect you can add oil. I don't tend to like to add oils because it gives a more of a realistic marble effect without oil. And then with the wave coming through with oil, looks stunning sometimes. Some customers love it, some don't. As you can see there, again it's almost like the consistency of the white, which is perfect. Just make sure there's no lumps in the corners. Nothing worse than a lump, it will ruin the painting. Let's say this is a two-stage process, the painting I'm doing. Obviously we get the background set first, the marbling set, and then we leave for about an hour. That's just to set it, and then when we put the wave in, the paint doesn't move as much, and we can move the wave. You'll see, it sounds odd, but it works. So everyone's got different techniques, but this is the way that works for me. just trial and error over the years I've found. So again, perfect. So that's the two. This is the simple painting we're going to do. Got the white 352 gold metallic, 350 rich gold metallic, silver metallic, 351 this one. So it's all from the Pivo range, which for these metallic paintings are the best I've used. So not the cheapest. So we're all ready to go. So give them a final mix. The gloss varnish which we use, a high gloss varnish, which when using these metallics really make it pop. So I highly recommend the Liquitex. They do a gloss version, a matte version. This is the high gloss version, which I find excellent. Really does make the golds pop.